Hey everyone, Sunrai Kai here. Today I'm going to be watching the 28th and final episode of the first season of Sousou no Frieren. Feels crazy to actually say final because it feels like I've been watching this show forever. It felt like it would never end. Not like a bad way, but like, because we're on a journey, right? Journey to the end. Is that what the English of the show is called? But all journeys end. But again, not really ending because there's a season two. It feels weird. I don't even know what I'm saying at this point. But final episode of the season. I assume we're gonna try to get to a decent stopping point. Try to maybe tease some stuff for the second season. We'll see. We'll see how things go. But we were done with the mage test. Like Frieren passed, Frieren didn't. Very very sad. But not too sad because, like I said, fair and path. That's all we needed. But how's that one phrase go? You don't get everything you want, but sometimes you get what you need. I don't something like that. But anyway, I think that's enough rambling. So let's just jump on in and see how the episode goes. Three, two, one, play. Yeah, I'd say I nailed that intro. Yawning. That's how little she cares. You're there like the wind. If we don't get at least one mimic scene in this episode, I will be sorely disappointed. Like I know we got plenty a couple episodes ago near the end of the test, but I feel like you got to do at least one for the final episode, right? Like if you, what you should do is have it be the very final scene is Frieren trapped in a mimic as Farron just looks so disappointed. Bum, 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 bum. And the repaired staff next to Frieren staff. Oh, Dinkin. Did he pass? I mean, I know she said failed to a lot of people. Was he one of them? I don't think so. No, she can't fail Denkin, man. Back when he was Namaiki. More feet shots. Thank you. Damn. Yeah, she is not the easiest person to get along with. Does he have the guts for that? Because she's definitely gonna like that. She's got some weird kinks, man. I know I wouldn't. Oh, you, Bellish, you wouldn't dare fail her. She'll cut you. Yeah, she knows better. Those legs, man. She is so damn hot. It's not fair. Oh yeah, how's Four Eyes gonna be? Yes. Oh, the is that the illusion? Okay. I mean, so he's here. Just not. He just doesn't want to get too close. Is she serious? You're not even worth coming for. And man, twists never end. Like, I would like to not die. I'd make flowers. That smile kind of creeped me out a little bit. For some reason, I thought she went through everyone last episode. I'm glad that wasn't the case. Some people do have a chance. Can I hug you? Can I pick you up? Guess I'm gonna sneeze. Bumper crop. I have never heard that phrase before. There's always next time. Poor con. And poor Louina, didn't she have to? My memory's a little fuzzy. Didn't she have to bail out of the second one? So I don't think she even got the third one. Man, the zoom out really. They're like ants. That's how big that place is. Cookies and those were hearts at first. I think they're just pretzels. Oh, yeah. If you want food, you gotta fight her for it. Fumu, fumu. Oh, okay. We're having a tea party. Let's go. Back in my day, we had to go up the hill both ways in the snow barefoot to get to school. Don't ask me, but we have snacks. This. Now that I've had a minute to sit with it, this does feel very weird. Denken. How do you not know Denken? He's a bro. He's a G. He's an OG. OG as an old gangster, not not OG as an OG son. I know it's a little bit confusing, especially because I use Japanese and English back and forth willy nilly. Eh. Just don't drop them like that. I guess we'll have to set it down and go help. But I don't want to. You can tell she was thinking about it. Like I don't want to put down my books. But I don't want to be a dick. What do I do? Yeah, I got you. I know you well enough to read you at this point. I love Frieren. Damn. Like I said, he does look like a stereotypical shonen battle anime antagonist. And then our serial killer over there. That's the important thing. Kill those. Just kill all of them. I'm surprised demons kind of stopped being all that important to the immediate plot of what feels like half of the show ago. Hell Emperor Dragon. Hanging with this girl in a tree, as you do. How terrible demons are, yeah. It's one of the things you have to sometimes see firsthand to really get. But they are the worst. Like, yeah, can I go back to my book now? And then sheep. Magic? Guess I didn't know magic was a verb. You want to abandon me? You want me to help you abandon me? It's important being a porter. But he knows how important an insignificant thing can be. Back to the Frieren meeting. Some thick books. Her smile is so beautiful. It's all I ever needed in life. Sounds good. What was What is that face? Okay, that is a great face. Please, just crap. I missed my chance to screenshot that face. I love this show sometimes. This is so petty. I don't want to be here anyway. I'll start my own with blackjack and hookers. That face transition, though, that was so good. She really has. I agree. Mostly because you try to stay out of the spotlight, though. Yes. Oh, that was the one guy. Wasn't he the one that could feel the fluctuations a little bit? Yeah, Laridan. She's always been like that. Longer than you've been alive, sir. Uh, born too late to battle the Demon King. Born too early to explore space. Well, that escalated real quickly. Not that I think he really has a chance against Frieren, but... Ooh, the guy ain't messing around, though. Oh, damn. After he freaking injures her. This troublesome young whippersnapper. Calling someone else awkward. That transition, wow, that actually kind of threw me for a loop. Call her out. Call her out. You're just really rude, you know that? You, the elf? It's hardly fair. The tsundere elf. Was that jerk over there? Starcoon wants to... Okay, well, he doesn't want to play with the local kids. When did he get so popular? Frieren kind of like really attached to Frieren right there in that shot. It's the hair. They think it's cool. Good question, actually. I didn't really think to ask about that. Is it going to be the flowers? No, but that was really cute. Is it a cleaning spell? I mean, there's no way. Just sniffing her bottom to top. Really? I, of all the things. uh, that's my student. She really is. Only a free run student would ask for something so non-combat beneficial. Yeah, she got that's the same face free run made. Like the three mouth. Still not quite sure exactly what emotion that's meant to convey, but doesn't matter. It's cute. I think it's a I can't believe this shit face. I don't want to say goodbye to them. Can we not? Can they just come with us? No, don't go that way. Who? Who? Yeah, the transitions in this show. There's a song. There's the line. The roll credits. I swear she's eating him like every shot we see her. If she's not fighting. So no Frieren. Only have a few seconds left, so we're gonna... That is such an interesting way to look at it. And cut, yeah. That was indeed the name of the episode. The journey to end continues. Man, near the end there, I was actually almost starting to get a little bit teary-eyed, but getting a little bit chills. But yeah, that was the 28th and final episode of Sousou no Frieren. Oh man, what do we even really say? Like, I mean, the episode. Some people passed, that's cool, right? Like, obviously, she wouldn't dare fail Denkin. The people would riot in the streets. But so there were some fun interactions there with her. But yeah, blonde maid's just so petty, not even letting Frieren in there. Let's see, can I find that face again? I'm pretty sure it was around here. Yeah, she went from having like a very, you know, very discomforting face, like not happy about what you just heard kind of face, right? She went from that indoors to a hard cut of outside to I think the eyes didn't even change much. It was mostly just the mouth that changed. But it's got like the classic kitty cat mouth, kind of like a like a sideways three. Like now that I have the chance, I'm just gonna screenshot that. But a great face to say the least. But actually, I don't have too much to say about this episode in particular. Oddly enough, wasn't really expecting Frieren to have to fight for her life for 10 seconds and get injured, but she doesn't seem too bothered though. Really, I mean that had to have hurt, but you wouldn't know it by looking at her face. But yeah, not really too much to say about the episode. Like Frieren got her spell, and we got a similar cat mouth from Blonde Elf. And we said goodbye to Kanda and Luina. That was the saddest thing in the episode for me. Uh, like we really bonded with those two, and they're great. And I don't want to say goodbye to them. Like we said goodbye to characters in the show, but like I never got attached to anyone quite as much as I got attached to them. Like I like Yubel a lot as a character, but I wouldn't say I'm attached to her, right? The same way I am them, if that makes any sense. But because like Yubel never like bonded with the gang, she was just entertaining character with a very appealing character design, right? Like I enjoyed her being on screen, but we never like she never we never hung out with her. She had like the four eyes guy that she got oddly clingy with, but you know, they're very different thing. Oh, we got some head pats from Frieren to fan, which I don't remember if I screenshot that, but I'm definitely gonna screenshot that now. So that was a great little moment there. We may not have gotten a final mimic in the episode, but we got one final head pat from Frieren to Farron. And I'll gladly take that. We did get some more characterization for our who I call the shonen battle anime antagonist looking character, because I don't remember his name either. There's a lot of names in this show. A lot of names. A lot of them are weird. Very unintuitive to try to remember, right? So more than half of them never stood a chance staying in my brain, right? Honestly, you should praise me for the amount of names that I did manage to remember. Like I put in special effort to remember Denkin's name because he's cool, but a lot of them just in one ear out the other, and he was one of them. But anyway, we got some extra characterization for him, which I appreciate that, right? Like not really one of the characters I'm invested in, but it was cool to get that. And the tea party that was, by the way, I had a tea party with Denkin and Chun Li. That was a nice little scene to get to. Oh yeah, I knew there was one scene I wanted to talk about. The book scene. Because Frieren got all of her grimoires. She had a big smile on her face, clearly eager to get into them, right? Up until she got rudely interrupted by some random NPC dropping fruit in front of her stall, right? And she's like, hada, I gotta pick these up. Oh, my back, woe is me, this hurts. If only some young girl would help me. Young looking girl would help me, right? We had that scene. And after we showed her beginning to pick them up, the camera well, sort of pan. So I was gonna say pans towards Frieren, but like the camera's really far back. It's really far back, but still, Frieren was in frame. And then we see her. We see her look at the books, and then what's his face shows up to help. It's so funny because Frieren did very little in that scene. All she did was stop and look at her books. But because I know her so well as a character, I knew everything that went through her head. And I don't know why, but that was my favorite moment in the whole episode. Like I liked the cat face. I like the head pats. But I don't know, just that moment with Frieren, that was my favorite moment. I knew exactly what she was thinking. It was so good. That's good characterization right there. Like when you really, you know a character really well. They don't even have to say anything. But but yeah, I guess I could just talk about the show in general now, which is hard to do. Like, where do you even begin talking about this show? I guess might as well talk about our main character first, Frieren. Like, even though I've done that a lot throughout the show, like I've gushed about her. But Frieren, she's a titular character, she's a main character, and she's very interesting, right? Like personality wise, they're very unique as far as main characters go. Like I'm sure there's some other main characters that are kind of stoic, kind of kudere, like expressionless. Like I mean that's an archetype that's definitely existed. It's not quite the same thing as our autistic elf here, right? It's definitely different, right? But it's a little bit hard to, at least for me, to articulate the difference very, very well. But we have her, like, she's a character who's been around for a long time. She has plenty of history that mostly went on before the show really began, right? Like, it's the Himmel, in the gang, they're an important part of this world, an important part of the story, part of Frieren as a character, but they have been dead for most of the story that we directly see, but do get referenced a lot. So she, as a historical person, she's very, very tightly tied to everything. But, just on a personal level, she has had those relationships and they have helped color her as a person, how she interacts with people going forward, mainly like Farron and Sarkin and all that, right? So all this kind of combines to showcase a lot of just like the depth of her character and how she got to be the way she is and how she was before and the influences that she's had. Like it feels like she's just a very well constructed character that doesn't talk a whole lot, compared to some main characters, just some characters in general. But she has a real personality, a consistent personality. She has goals and desires. They might not be as flashy and flamboyant as maybe some other ones. Like she's not trying to be Hokage or a pirate king or anything like that. She just like have a living a chill life, exploring, finding new spells, occasionally adding party members to her group for one reason or another, right? But like she never breaks character, Like there's certain things that'll irritate her that I know will irritate her, and they happen, and she gets irritated, and it all makes sense, and it's entertaining to watch. But she does make mistakes sometimes, and people do help her when she does, and she's also like not really a goody two shoes kind of character, right? Like I said, she helped Himmel in the flashback, but did the bare minimum really, you know. There was no real attempt to comfort him beyond making the flowers, which I guess that served that purpose, right? But not like the stereotypical like bending down, asking if they're okay and all that stuff, right? She just did it in her own way, and that's how Frieren always is she does things in her own way, right? And that's always great to watch. But yeah, we see her grow, how she started out, how her previous party changed her as a person, how she continues to change with her new party and grow and learn new things and affect other people's lives. Like, she's just a character that's very entertaining to watch, easy to get invested in, you know. I like her. That's really what I'm just trying to say. I'm just trying to rationalize why I like her so much, but she's just peak anime girl waifu. Don't fight me on that. But so yeah, that was a big part of it right there. Frieren was a character you really wanted to see go on this journey. And we did, and it was great. But yeah, like other than that, like it's a little bit bit of a hard show to talk about because obviously it has some big themes about time and change and relationships and all that. That's explored throughout the course of the show. But I don't know what do I really say about that though, right? Like it's like when I think about because this show is ranked number 1 on my anime list, right? So if someone asks me like, "Hey, why do you think this show is so popular?" I'm not sure I would have a good answer to that. Like because I thought about that question pretty much most of my time watching it. That was the question was always kind of in the back of my mind. Kind of imagine there being some big moment that's like the show will never be the same again. This is where shit hits the fan. Things get real. Like everything before this just was like a prologue. This is the real meat of the show right here. Let's go dial it up to 11. We never really had that. Like things kind of peaked in a lot of ways, but when with what was her name? Aura. I want to say her name was Aura, the demon that she like had off herself. Like as far as like combat action excitement type stuff, that was kind of to me like the peak of the show. I never really managed to hit that again. So you can't really describe it as like, oh yeah, everything up until here was just preparation for, this new chapter of the show. Like it was just because it was just kind of just like a consistent line forward, right? Like they had their ups and downs, things happened, obstacles got in their way, but they kept moving on and conquering them. And sometimes they got a new party member, sometimes they met someone that was a temporary party member and then went on their way because they had to go their separate ways. Saying goodbye, also another theme of the show. Not death isn't the only goodbye, as what's his face said. But you keep trucking along, you keep working towards your goals, you keep meeting new people, making new relationships, losing those people, and the cycle just keeps continuing, right? Is what it's all about. But like, yeah, somebody said, "What's so good about this show? Why is it so popular?" I don't really know what I would say. Like, maybe because of how real it is. Like, those themes, like they're very real themes that are important. Like, but like, is that enough to make a show popular? Is Frieren being like top tier waifu material? Is that enough to make a show popular? Ubel being, just 10 out of 10, just, physically and just physically mostly, but just also her, kind of her demeanor is also pretty entertaining. Like, because but it's just a good show. It's a very solid, good show. Like, I would consider it a very solid, like, 8.5 out of 10 kind of anime, if I went into it with a vacuum, had no understanding of its like popularity level or anything like that, and then if somebody told after I finished it, somebody told me it was ranked number 1, I would definitely raise an eyebrow. But like, I don't really know what normies like about anime. Like I know what I like about anime, and this anime definitely had some of it, right? But like a typical normie, I don't really know because you can't really get that status without having some real normie appeal, and I just don't really know what appeals to them for the most part. I know they hate fan service, but that's really about it, right? So, but yeah, the show definitely had plenty of things I like about it. Frieren being the biggest thing, but yeah, it's just a very solid, consistent, high quality show that had an idea of what it wanted to be. So, and it was something that was a little bit unique, and it stuck to it, and just kept on going, and it was just thoroughly enjoyable to watch from start to finish. There was no point where it felt like it dropped the ball or jumped the shark, right? It just nice and consistent, and I guess that's all you can really ask at the end of the day. But yeah, sorry for kind of rambling a lot, like, because usually if there's a show that I like a lot, I can think of plenty of things to talk about if I'm trying to talk with the show as a whole, right? But with this show, it's just not really the case. Like, bit of an odd thing, but I did really enjoy it. Like, one of those shows that's really gonna stick with me for sure. And there's gonna be a season 2, which I will definitely watch. Like, no doubt about that. Like, I'm already starting to miss Frieren a little bit, the character. But as I said, you reunite with people over time, and you don't want it to be too embarrassing and all that good stuff. But yeah, just Frieren. I don't want to say goodbye to her. So we begin the wait for season 2 now. I guess I'm not quite sure when we're gonna get it, but I will just wait. I suppose, you know. And I guess that waiting starts now. So, yeah, thank you for watching and hope to see you in the next video. Until then, bye bye.